Hi everyone, this is CrossFWW here, coming to you with a gameplay video review of Fara. Fara is a very unique action RPG game that has a visual art style that is fantastic and second to none. Here's the game's icon. Alright, so we're going to launch it up. Now Fara is very unique in the fact that it plays more like The Legend of Zelda than a typical action RPG. The visual art style is wonderful and is hand painted. The gameplay is very much like a typical hack and slash, which is no problem for me. There's no loot to collect in the game, but rather only abilities that allow you to advance further into the game. The controls are very simple and easy to use, and are very, very well put together, in my opinion. Right now, I'm using the touchscreen virtual controls with a joystick, a button that controls both speaking to people and hitting things with your sword. Now, the gameplay aspect, once again, is a very simple hack and slash kind of RPG game, but there are some twists shown in, such as this gameplay element, which allows the player to control a ballista to fend off monsters. And it also allows you to quickly collect coins and hearts that allow you to refill all your health. As you can see, the game's visual art style is second to none, with its nice, lively, artistic painted thing, but also matched with some retroness, such as in the chiptunes and the characters being a little retro as well. All the game's objects have nicely well put together shadows that really add a visual aspect to this game that just adds a nice sense of surrealness and that you're actually involved. One major gripe, which I just displayed right there, is that you often accidentally transition between areas that you don't want to go to, which respawns the enemies and often just makes things a whole hassle. But in some cases it does work well, and everything's just well put together in this game. It's very Zelda-like, as you can see, even in the character's movement. The environment is fresh, new and exciting in the island of Fara, but you're lacking more in story than anything. Basically, you show up in a game in an uncharted island knowing no idea where you are or what to do, typical on an action RPG. But the game delivers tongue-in-cheek humor and quirky characters to really pull you off there. The game's storyline is basically what I said before. You wake on an island named called Fara and meet an old man that teaches you the basics of combat. You also discover you have a blue blob creature on your hand that seems to have taken the shape of a sword. Now, this makes the game really stand out in the fact that, once again, there's no loot, but instead of loot, you collect more of these creatures that allow you to do different things. Such as, I unlocked recently, a grappling hook creature that allows you to be pulled to nearby game objects, or to have nearby game objects pulled to you. There's one other ability in the game that I've yet to collect, but I'm excited to find out what it's going to be. There are also a different kind of control scheme in the game, set up by this nice menu here, and it gives you a list of commands that you can use. You can upload screenshots to Facebook, Twitter, and this button takes you to the game developer's website. There's the options menu, sharing for your screenshots, statistics, which show you all the different things of the game, such as how long you've played, achievements, takes you to the game's leaderboards, which shows you your total deaths. Also, it has the credits, showing you who the game's by, and sound functions that allow you to control the music, the ambient effects, such as that waterfall going on nearby, and different effects such as swinging your sword. Now the touch controls in this game are very well put together. On the right side, you see we have a pull-up bar that takes you to the in-game inventory. the options, and the map. It also displays your health bar. On this side, it has your abilities, which an unfilled bar is there, but I guess it's for magic, which possibly could be the third ability. It has also your sword and your grappling hook function. You get the sword at the very beginning of the game, and you quickly soon retrieve the grappling hook ability from a dungeon. There's a decent amount of things to do in Fara, as we'll demonstrate by this map. Currently I have 2 quests going on. One that has as a side quest for the shopkeeper, and another is my main quest to help me progress in the storyline of Fara and learning why I'm here. The white dots are representative of a treasure chest, because I purchased a map that shows me where they all are. Now I'm going to switch back to the touch controls just because I feel they're better suited for me. The virtual controls I find are very well in this game, but others gripe about how they're too stiff or don't do their job adequately, but I find they work just fine. There's plenty of characters you can talk to in the game's village, such as we're going to talk to one of the chief's warriors, which he gives you a quest to go to the swamp area of the game to further progress. Overall, I'm going to give this game an 8.5 out of 10 just because of how well the visual style is put together, and the gameplay is very well received and very well put together. My only cons in this game is rather short, taking only a few hours to complete everything in the game, including getting all the achievements, all the treasure chests, and fully beating the storyline. One major gripe that I'm sure some players will have is that there's no actual main menu, just it throws you right into the game without really giving you much of an option, which makes it seem like if you were to beat the game, I'm not entirely sure, but you would maybe have to delete the app and then reinstall it. Now I'm sure the developers have done something to fix that, but I'm not entirely sure because I haven't finished the game. Overall, I think this is a wonderful experience that you should definitely pick up for 99 cents while you still can. There supposedly is an update coming out that allows more content and fixes the touch virtual controls so they work better, but I don't really understand how they could be much better than this. Once again, Fara gets an 8.5 out of 10 on my scale, and definitely ranks high in my App Store games. Thank you for watching this video review, and be sure to subscribe, rate, and comment on the next game I should do. Soon, later this week, I'm hoping to post up a video of Mage Gauntlet, another great action RPG that just takes the basic ideas in Fara and adds just way more quirkiness than this game does, because it's by Rocket Cat, the same people that made Hook Champ and Super Hook Worlds. Anyway, I'm glad that you watched this review. Please subscribe so I can post up more. Thank you. And this is Across FTW signing off.